obviously winning our 13th consecutive Big Ten meet was a lot of fun. I guess you can always say that you know, winning a conference championship is fantastic. The kids don't get tired of that. I certainly don't get tired of that. To win in the dominating fashion that we did win that meet, I know on paper it looks like we kind of walked away with it and it was an easy meet, but Indiana certainly came at us and gave us a great competition and really only put that meet away over the last 2K. So all credit to those guys. They're a great team, great athletes, and they really made us work for that title. I know the end result, it doesn't look like that, but they certainly gave us a run. And again, this past weekend at the Great Lakes Regional, although the intensity of the Big Ten championship wasn't quite there, spent most of the race looking at Indiana. They spent most of the race looking at us. Who's going to make a move first? And at the end of the day, none of us really did. We kind of went in there, did what we needed to do to advance to the national meet, and guys came out of it pretty good shape, and that was the objective. So on we go to next weekend.
You're ranked number 1, Mick. Does that make you the favorite or not?
No. You know, let's face it, there's 4 or 5 great teams. Being ranked number 1, you know, you got to get out there next weekend and next Monday, and you got to get 5 guys across the line before anyone else. We're looking forward to this opportunity. We're looking forward to the challenge. Certainly last year's champion Oklahoma State, 2-time champion Oklahoma State. I mean, on paper, everybody knows they're certainly the team to beat. They haven't run one of their top guys yet. I know Coach Smith from Oklahoma has said that he's not running, but they probably have a few tricks up their sleeve for next weekend. So we're expecting that he probably will run. Oklahoma, Martin Smith's team, former Badger. They're a really good club too. Oklahoma and Oklahoma State kind of had the same type of meet that we had at the regional meet on Saturday with Indiana. They kind of just cruised through it and didn't look like they exerted too much energy. Certainly Colorado are real good. They've got some big guns up front, just like any of the top 4 teams. And we expect they're going to have a good run at it also in Stanford, perennial powerhouse. So it's going to come down next Monday to which team gets the top 5 guys across the line first. But we like to think that we have a shot at that. And but I'm going out on a limb today. I'm definitely putting Oklahoma State as the pre-race favorites. They got to be, you know, 2-time defending champion. They're not going to hand that to anybody.
Hey Mick, do you feel like this team is the most prepared of your 4 squads that you've had here at Wisconsin heading into the NCAAs?
I'd say so. And it's not just the physical part of that preparation, the training, the mental part is huge, and we've always stressed that. These guys, they're well prepared mentally. They know what's coming down the pike here on Monday. They are seasoned veterans at this meet. You take a guy like Maverick Darland, Muhammad Ahmed, Reed Connor, Elliot Krause. They've done well at this meet. They know what the expectations are once that gun goes off. And they're prepared for that. And we've talked about that all the time. And that's a huge part of our preparation. It has been since July 1st. And we kind of coach that as much as we coach the physical part. So hopefully it's going to stand to their favor.
And what are your expectations for your team heading into the meet?
To go there and compete, as we always say, compete Badger tough, do the best they can on the day, and try to get 5 guys across the line before Oklahoma State, before Oklahoma, before Colorado, and Stanford.
You guys are hosting the Great Lakes Regional next year. Has there been any talk of hosting the national title race in the future? Well,
we hope. We've spoken about it. It's no secret that that's the plan. So when bids come out for 2013 and 14, we definitely have our name in there. So yes, we hope to bring the meet to Madison within the next couple of years.
A couple of weeks ago you had mentioned that you thought Muhammad Ahmed had a chance to win the individual national title. Why do you believe that's the case?
It's just there's more training under his belt this year. He started much earlier than he has in previous years for a few reasons, and he's in great shape. In order for us to be successful as a team, we're going to have one or two individuals up there competing against the top teams that are in contention. And certainly Mohammed has shown all season long that he can do that. I think Maverick Darling can, I think Reed Connor can, Ryan Collins certainly can, and Elliot Krause can. So, but they're going to have to show up and with the right game and compete against the top individuals from these top teams that we're competing against. Mohammed certainly showed that at the Big Ten meet, particularly over the last 2K, which is important. And when you get to Terre Haute, the race really begins at 8K.
I had a chance to talk to Mohammed last week, and he said he'd rather win a team title than the individual title. What does that say about him and the team you have?
I think if you were to ask any of those 5 guys, they'd all say the same thing. It's worked so far this season, running together as a group. They get a lot of comfort out of that. They get a lot of drive, passion, commitment. They kind of get a lot of energy out of each other, and I think they'll continue to do that. I've said it all along, they have a great ability to read a race, and they get into a great comfort zone once they're together as a group. You know, not that next Monday when you're going to fight for a national title that you're going to be in a comfort zone, but you certainly have to stay within yourself for a good part of this course. The Terre Haute course is very challenging, a lot of long hills, and they're familiar with the course obviously, and you know, I mean, I think it's just the fact that they want to win this title. We haven't had a title here since what was it, 2005, 2006. So you know, if you ask any one of these guys why they came here, that's what they came for. And they're committed to doing that. They're committed to getting after it. But you know, I think it's very important for us not to. I'm certainly not going to define this team based on one race next week. I think the important thing is they've defined themselves already as a team, and their success this season so far speaks volumes for their commitment and their passion for being Badgers. And I think it's very important, no matter what happens out there next Monday. You know, these guys are great athletes. They're committed to the program. They're committed to the philosophy. They're committed to me as their coach. And I think we have to look at the whole volume of work and the results from this past season when we define who these kids are. Let's not lose fact that they are 18, 20, 21, 22-year-old college kids, very committed to going and try to win a national title next week. But at the end of the day, hopefully we can pull it off. But let's not define them as, you know, the team that did or did not.
Andy?
Nick, having said all that, how aware are you of the legacy that you have here, that's what you're defined by, is winning national championships, that all the coaches that have come before you have done that and kind of set the bar pretty high for you?
Well, I've said it before, and I'll say it again, that, you know, part of what I teach is you got to get out there every day and be passionate about what you do. And ultimately, yes, we'd love to win a national title, and we're going after it. We're as committed to doing that as any other program. But I've always said that you have to enjoy the pursuit of that goal. If all you're looking at is the end result, you know, there's only going to be one national champion next week. Hopefully it's us. But you look back, and if that's all you're going to be remembered by, it's not what I'm about. I don't think it's what this team is about. You know, it's all about, I think, next Tuesday, you ask these guys, did they have fun together this year? Did they get after it? Is there anything they would change? And I think you'd be surprised what they'll say. And I think, to me, that's what it's about. It's about the pursuit of that goal, enjoying the day-to-day hard work. When you look back, July 1, when these guys started, just coming off an outdoor season in preparation for this, it's very easy for us right now today and look forward 7 days down the road is we get so close to this competition. But put yourself in their shoes, go back to July 1st when they're 4 and 5 months out from the competition, in everything that they put into this. That's what I'm about, that's what this team is about. Enjoy the daily pursuit of what you're doing. Because then, ultimately, you will enjoy the goal. You know, whether it's first place, second place, third place, fourth place. You know, yes, there's tremendous history here. It's the reason I came here. I'm aware of that. The kids are aware of that. It's the reason they're Badgers. But ultimately, at the end of the day, you've got to enjoy what you're doing.